What's up, guys? I'm just gamer, and here with another video. I wasn't gonna make a video about this, but I decided what the hey. But yeah, it was announced that EA is making three more Star Wars games, and they're being made by Respawn, the people behind Jedi Fallen Order. And I want to say off the bat, I love Fallen Order. I thought it was a fantastic game. Really enjoyed it. But I don't like Star Wars under EA right now. They've just, in my opinion, squandered the license. They haven't done anything with it. The only game I find any joy with is Jedi Fallen Order. But yeah, first let's go into see what these games are about. So, like I stated before, the three games are being made by Respawn, and so one of them is obviously going to be the Jedi Fallen Order sequel. I mean, the game did too well for it to not get a sequel, despite EA's attempts to bury the game with their lack of marketing and just no media coverage for it, really. But the game did very well, and of course, it was getting a sequel, and I'm excited for that. One of the other games is a first-person shooter, and it's being helped with the it's being made with the help of the people behind Medal of Honor VR. They say here that it's not going to be a VR game itself, but a first-person shooter. How this is not a Battlefront related, it makes me wonder. Are we going to see like a what's that N64 game? Dark Empire or Shadow of the Empire with Dash Dash Rendar was it? I can't remember his name. But yeah, maybe we'll get a game like that, which could be fun. I could see some fun in that. And the last game being developed is a strategy game with the help of the people behind XCOM and Civilization for Axis Games. I played the first XCOM, loved it, thought it was amazing, and I'm actually really excited for the Marvel game they have coming up. What are they called? Midnight Suns. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's what it's called. But yeah, so I'm actually really excited for this strategy game. I don't play a lot of them, and I don't play them often, but I do enjoy them every once in a while. So I am excited for that game. But yeah, those are the three new games that were announced, and overall, I am excited. But like I said before, I want to see more Star Wars games not under the EA banner. Because like I said, I believe they've squandered the license. They've really done nothing with it. And I believe with their contract up now and the game and more Star Wars games being made by other developers, for example, Quantic Dream is making Eclipse, and I think there was another one that's already been announced too, but I can't remember the developer. But yeah, so like I'm really excited for that. So I'm hesitant on these games. Respawn is a talented developer. Again, Fallen Order, amazing work from them. So I've have high hopes. Usually that would be the end of it, but I guess I just wanted to take this opportunity to just vent out my feelings on the current state of Star Wars as a whole. And off the bat, I just want to say I'm enjoying the hell out of Mandalorian, out of Boba Fett, and the anime Star Wars featurettes. Those were fantastic. I thought they were amazing, and I'm excited for a lot of the shows to come. But besides that, Star Wars has been a bit disappointing. The new High Republic initiative that Star Wars or Disney is trying to push right now has just been very underwhelming for me. Just for the fact that like the era in general doesn't really feel like it's bringing anything new, at least not yet, to Star Wars. Because the whole premise of it is hey, we're going to see the Jedi at the height of their power. There's peace in the galaxy, but there's some, you know, dark shadows looming over them. Wink, wink, nod, nod, not related to Sith, that are, there to take them down. And it's like, I feel we've seen that before in books and in games that we've already gotten. For example, Old Republic, and even in some extent, the Clone Wars and the prequel movies. We already kind of saw that aspect. Hey, the Jedi are at this peak at the moment, and then we see them fall. That's basically what the High Republic feels like they're trying to do. and it's not something I just, again, so far nothing new or exciting has grabbed me from this. I mean, I'm hoping for the future, but again, I just want to say this now: the new Star Wars films did not like. I think one of my first videos here, if you can find it if you go scroll down enough, is my review of The Force Awakens, and I was underwhelmed. The subsequent movies did not make me any happier. I'm not going to get into reasoning. I'm pretty sure there's millions of other content, like Star Wars creators, that they've delved into why that whole sequel thing was messed up. I mean, obviously the disjointed storytelling didn't help, but it was a bunch of things. So in that regard, I would say that I actually enjoy the prequels more than I do the sequels. Now I know people are going to be up in arms saying that I'm in crazy, you know, I'm a diehard or some shit or a fanboy, but I'm not gonna say those prequels are perfect. Yes, they have flaws, especially the first two. Return of the Sith or Revenge of the Sith, I'm gonna give them that. That movie was amazing, from top to bottom. Loved it. But the first two for sure had their problems. But you have to understand that they were made during a time, 'cause to just make sure to clarify, one of the biggest complaints I see for the prequels is the overuse of CG. And you have to understand that during that time frame of when these movies were made, CG was just being implemented in movies. It was not really common practice. George Lucas wanted to push the technology further. He wanted to show what CG could do. And honestly, without the prequel movies, I don't think we would have the CG we have now with the Marvel movies and Sony movies and all that other stuff. Like, it was really a new technology, and those movies helped push it forward. But the main reason I enjoy those movies more than the sequels is because those movies helped to grow the world of Star Wars, grow the universe of Star Wars. It actually gave it meat and explained some of the mythos, and like you got to see some of the inner workings of how things were, and it helped to expand the world. While the sequels, in my opinion, did the opposite. It shrunk the world. It like tore everything away just to have it reset, which I thought was a cop out. Honestly, it was just it felt didn't feel earned. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the sequels and prequels. I prefer the prequels to the sequels because, in all honesty, I didn't need much for the sequels to be good. What I wanted for the sequels, me personally, I wanted whole new characters, whole new world, galaxy even. I wanted them to just start fresh with something new built upon the old. That's what I wanted. And I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of fans maybe would have preferred than what they got. Because, yes, as much as Luke, Han, and Leia are legacy characters and fans adore them, I think the best way to have used them would have just been as background characters. Characters that help or push the new characters forward. I mean, I would have loved to see Luke become, him as the Grandmaster, as a teacher with his students, but he finds these people and he gives them advice, sage advice even. He helps them out. He helps them along their path. Same thing with Leia and Han. I would have loved to see them just push the new characters along, give them guidance. Just sprinkle them as cameos or just use one-off little background characters. And that would have been perfect, honestly. Because look, I love Han Solo. Harrison Ford is an amazing actor, but he has been stated in the past in past interviews multiple times, I believe, that the only reason he would ever come back to Star Wars was was if they kill off the character. So the minute they announced that he was coming back, pretty much everybody knew he was gonna die. And as much as Harrison would have, loved that. I think for us, his death was kind of weak. For such a legacy character to have such a weak ending, it just didn't feel right. At least to me. I mean, there was no suspense to it, no nothing, no build up. Literally, the scene starts, and you could tell from a mile away, oh, this is where he's gonna die. Okay, he died. That was it. When I was watching it in theaters, there was no gasping or no, oh, no, there was no shock at all from the theater I was in. It was just absolute silence. Nobody said anything. It was just, it happened. Okay, moving on. And I just feel like if they would have had them as background characters and not so much in the forefront, it would have been much better. But I went off on a completely different tangent. I'm sorry. Back to, well, one more thing. In all honesty, what a lot of fans wanted was just to see a Star Wars we've seen in books and in games. I mean, despite people saying, "Hey, try something new," there are some aspect of things you can grab and use, but still put a fresh spin to it. Because I mean, in all honesty, we all know what a lot of people wanted to see. This is what people wanted to see. They wanted to see both factions, both sides just going at each other with an intensity we've only seen before in games and read about in books. This is the Star Wars sequel we wanted. Something epic. Instead, we got a broken, janky, convoluted story and three, maybe two lightsaber fights that were pretty terrible. I say two because Force Awakens, the lightsaber fight at the end, I'll give it a pass because technically neither of them were, they were newbie, they didn't really know anything. In two, there's video breakdowns as to why the final lightsaber fight is just awful. And watching it in theaters, even I was like, this is horrible. And then the last movie, yeah, I don't even think there was a lightsaber fight. There's maybe like a battle of wills for a minute, and then the whole didact thing kicked in. It was just bad. Again, I have gone on long enough about what I think is wrong with the sequels and all that. But yeah, those are my current feelings on Star Wars. I'm just currently underwhelmed. Besides the Disney shows, everything else is I'm a little underwhelmed. So yeah, I'm really hoping either this High Republic finally kicks into gear and does something new and exciting, which again I'm kind of doubtful on because I can already see the blueprint of the story or the main story, let's say like that, because I know obviously there's a bunch of miniature stuff that goes into it, but like the main beats of it, of where it's going, like I said, we kind of already know what's gonna happen. And yeah, I'm really hoping these games do well, but I'm really more excited for what other studios besides EA, what other publishers besides EA can do with the Star Wars license. And that's what I want to see, and that's what I'm excited for. But yeah, those are just my thoughts, my opinions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, I'm just a gamer. Take care.